You talking to me? You talking to me? You must be talking to me. I'm the only intern here. Intern, released in 2015 and is directed by Nancy Meyers, who's also directed such films like The Parent Trap, What Women Want, Some Things, I Gotta Give, and The Holiday. And this film is starring Robert De Niro, Anne Hathaway, Anders Holm, Adam Devine, and Andrew Reynolds. And the reason why we're talking about The Intern today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from a big contributor and supporter of this channel, Jeff Fry. Thank you very much once again for your recommendation and your support and your donation. And my girl cat over here, Nora, also wants to thank you. Come here, girl. This is my little girl cat, Nora. Say hi to everybody. I think you're making your YouTube debut here. Hi, everyone. She's like the most cuddly cat ever, except like if you ever go near her paws, she gets very sensitive and very ticked off. Kind of like how you're ticked off right now. I had you blocked off. The door was closed, and you managed to jump in over the piping over there in the little hole. It's very impressive. It's kind of creepy, too. I saw it happening. But I actually found her under my car 2 days after Christmas 3 years ago, and I brought food out to her, and I was thinking, oh, she's just going to run away, but she came right up and let me pick her up, bring her in, and we brought her in, and we waited for someone to claim her, and no one did, so, of course, she stayed home with us. Oh, look at her. She's just so adorable. So thank you very much, Jeff, for the recommendation. If anyone else out there also wants to be like Jeff Fry and help support me, contribute to this channel, you can select the QR code that is in the bottom left corner of your screen right now. Send over your donation of $5 or more with your movie recommendation, and if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, and give you a little shout out just like I did with Jeff Fry here. And Nora's going to do the same thing too. Ben Whitaker is a retired executive and a 70-year-old widower looking for something to give him drive and to give him purpose in his everyday life. So he stumbles across a new created position of a senior intern at a upstart company called About the Fit that is ran by Jules Austin, played by Anne Hathaway, who's a real go-getter of a boss, focusing mainly on her career and not making the time for her daughter and her husband. But I bet you can guess where this is going. Of course, the 70-year-old vet gets paired with Jules and gives a lot of advice on how to succeed in life and better your life. And I believe the little blurb that I gave on my Letterboxd review for this film was that it's nice. It's a nice movie. It's a nice story. Nice characters. Just nice plot. Everything's just nice. It's a little too nice. Maybe too nice for its own good. And you can tell it is a Nancy Meyers film because the cinematography, the lighting here is very bright. It's very cheery, even though we are in some circles would be considered very dire straits when it comes to burnout culture and just work environment and how your mental health is just deteriorating. Some people would consider those bad things, but in a Nancy Meyer movie, if it covers those topics, it's still within the realm of positivity and brightness and happiness. Even though Anne Hathaway is working herself to death and not spending any time with her family, gosh, you know, that music is pretty damn cheery. Even though Ben is retired and wants something to do every single day that he has going for him, and he's a widower, so he's missing his wife. Even though these things are happening to him, it still has that bright-ass music that is happening. So you go, you know what? It sounds bad, but your life is pretty damn good, it sounds like. And that's the Nancy Meyer effect. Whenever she's directing a film like this, you get the same type of music where it's very bright and very cheery, the same lighting choices, the same simplistic story where everyone is basically forgiven and love overcomes all and everything is fine in the end. Eventually the story evolves into a troubled marriage storyline where Ben witnesses her husband cheating on her, and apparently she's known for a couple of weeks, and now the plot is, well, should I forgive him or shouldn't I don't know. It's a pretty cut and dry thing for me, if that ever happened, or at least that concept. Like, no, he cheated on you while you're off over here, you know, working your ass off. I think it's time to leave his ass. But again, it's Nancy Meyers, so it's all cheery, and it's all happy in the end, because you know what? They're gonna give it another try, folks. Which, in my opinion, is not the best message we should be sending to people in the workforce who work their asses off and then their spouse is off over there, you know, getting some tail on the side. It's a movie that is really just here, and then once it's over, it's not, and you don't really think about it at all after you walk out of the theater, after you turn it off on your television, which, of course, it's streaming on Netflix now. It's not in theaters. This is a 10-year-old movie. And more reasons to why I think that this whole story, this script, is very simplistic, and someone probably had to come in and put more conflicts and more situations throughout this, is because we have these characters like Andrew Reynolds, who is like the second in command or one of the top executives, along with Anne Hathaway's character, and they're talking about adding a CEO because she's getting burnt out. She can't handle all the stress and all the complexities of running a business. And it felt like this script was going in the direction of, hey, Andrew Reynolds is here. Maybe we can add him, or he's eventually going to become that CEO because he's always the voice of reason here. Maybe we're going to give him a shot or something. But no, that character and that relationship doesn't really go anywhere. He just talks about how everyone loves Ben. Everyone wants Ben in their department. So, can I transfer him? Oh no, you want to transfer him back? Why do you want to do that? That's all he's here for. And it's a shame, because I felt like his character was being set up for something bigger, and then we never got to it. And then we have a whole issue in this film where Anne Hathaway's character sends an email to her mother, and it's a terrible email talking about how she hates her and how she's always controlling and blah, blah, blah. Apparently, if she's going to see this, it's going to wreck the entire relationship. But this is 2015, so not everyone, I guess, has phones, which that's not true. That everyone definitely did in 2015. But the situation is Ben is going to take a couple of the other interns, drive to Anne Hathaway's character's house, break in, and they're shocked that she has an alarm system now. They find the computer and then they delete it, and then they manage to escape and get away. But we don't deal with any of the fallout from that whole situation. We don't see anything with Jules, Anne Hathaway's character, and her mother again after that. These little aspects are just added and sprinkled in here just to kind of fluff up the script, because like I've been saying, there's not much here. Though what we do get, like I've been saying, it's nice. It's a nice, feel-good movie that makes you happy at the end. But unfortunately, this film is nothing substantial, and it's not something that's going to stick with you for the days to come after watching it. I'm going to give The Intern 3 out of 5 Blu-rays.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but not bad.
So guys, if you've seen The Intern, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you know the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.